guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Fola. If this is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by again. Today, we're going to be talking about universities in Ontario. And I have not one, not two, but 7 universities on my list. You know what I have again? I have a cup of tea and a cup of water, because I foresee that the video might be long. So if you're interested, you might want to grab a cup or two and we can get started. So a lot of you already know Ontario is the popping place in Canada. Everybody wants to live in Ontario. So there are loads of universities in Ontario. A lot of them. Like if I was to talk about all the universities in Ontario, this video would take at least, let's say, 8 hours. But today we're only going to talk about 7 universities, actually 7 best universities in Ontario. And I also realized that a lot of the Nigerians, a lot of the international students who school in Ontario attend these universities. And one more thing that I realized while I was doing my research, you people have money. Oh, you will get to know what I mean in a bit. But Ontario people, send me some money. You've got too much money in your hands. Send me some. Before we start, if you've watched my videos of universities in Nova Scotia, you would know that I talked briefly about the universities, some of the programs that they offer, and the tuition fee. It's going to take the same format, nothing too serious. They are going to be very short information description about the universities, so that whichever one piques your interest, you can do your research and go into it. And I have my able helper today that's going to help me give you this information. And that's my baby. I've had this computer for years now and it's still serving me. So if I'm looking down, know that I'm looking into my computer to give you the information. The first university we are going to talk about is no other than University of Toronto. But like the Toronto people say, it's University of Toronto. Did I say right? University of Toronto. This university is probably the most popular university in the whole of Canada, and it is even the #1 university in Canada. It is the best university in Canada. So let's talk about University of Toronto for a little bit. This university was founded in 1827. It is the #1 best university in Canada, period. #1 best university in Canada. It is the #22 best university in the world, in the whole wide world. #22, that's huge. Because this university is #1 and #22, you already know that it's gonna have very popular, influential, and high-ranking people that attended it. Some of the alumni of University of Toronto include 5 prime ministers in Canada, 3 governor generals of Canada, and 17 justices of the Supreme Court of Canada, and many more prestigious people attended this freaking university. That is crazy. That's like a top one. Like, I wish I went to University of Toronto, but I like the one I went to too. So they have over 640,000 alumni in University of Toronto. So if you want to come to this university, or if you are going to this university, you already know that there are lots of people like you and you are already accepted into a group. Campuses in 3 locations: Mississauga, St. George, and Scarborough. This university offers every program that you can think of: African Studies, Forensic Psychology. They have over 700 programs. Like, if I sit down and I think of a program, random, I'm sure if I check the list, I'm gonna find it. And for my international gang, you already know I come through for you. Approximately 21% of their students are international students from 168 countries. That means you are not gonna feel alone in this university. There is always gonna be someone like you in this university, so you have nothing to worry about. Now, let's get into tuition fees. This is where it might scare you, but sit tight, you've got this. Undergraduate students, their tuition per year starts from $41,550. So that is for courses like music, and it goes up to as high as $63,500 per year. So if you want to study in University of Toronto, the range you should be preparing for is $41,000 to $63,000 for international students. And for graduate students, the tuition ranges from $26,792 to $66,000 per year. And the $66,000 is for people who are doing the MBA, which is like a professional degree. One last thing I'm going to say about this university is that it is very expensive. And I'm sorry, it's not in my tax bracket. If it's in your tax bracket, kudos to you, you're doing something right. Now that we are done with University of Toronto, we're going to move to the next one. Moving on, we're going to the next university, which is McMaster University. Is it McMaster or McMaster? This is the number 6th best university in Canada, and it is located in Hamilton, Ontario, which is about 1 hour away from Toronto. It was founded in 1887. This university is research intensive. It is a member of the U15, and it was named Canadian Most Research Intensive University in 2017, 2018, and 2019. I don't really know much about this university, but reading what I wrote now, I want to go know more about it because I love researching. It has over 195,000 alumni in the world, and there are over 27,000 undergraduate students and 4,000 graduate students. In fall of 2018, 27% of grad students in this university were international students. Wow. And they're from about 120 countries. They have 4 campuses. They have one in Hamilton, they have another one in Burlington, they have another one in the Kitchener-Waterloo region, and they have one in Niagara. So we're moving to the pricing. For international undergraduate students in McMaster University, the average tuition is $1,437 to $1,796 per unit. And most programs have 30 units per year. So if you do the mathematics, 30 units multiplied by, let's use the maximum, 1,796. So basically, maximum it's about $53,880 per year for tuition, and minimum is about $43,110, which is still a lot of money. But that is one thing I've noticed across boards with this Ontario universities. They are very, 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 very expensive. For graduate tuition, MBA is like $23,000 per term. Course-based programs are $11,000 per term, and research-based programs are $5,700 per term. So if you're doing research-based, you pay the lowest because you are literally doing work for the university too. This university offers funding for international students, and this is not like research funding, just regular funding. It says here that undergraduate international students in their second year and above are able to apply for a bursary, which is so nice. I mean, it's a bursary. If you watch my video of how I made over $20,000 as an international student in Canada, I got a bursary of about $1,250 because I filled out some forms. So I'm assuming it's also the same thing, is you applying and they give it to you, which is good, to be honest. They also have a work program that gives students who show financial need opportunities to work on campus part-time during the term, which is 10 hours, and full-time over the summer. So this program that they have is different from work permits that you get as a student entirely. This is something, an initiative that they have provided to international students, which is so good. I really like this university for some reason. I don't know, I'm just reading the profile just makes me really interested in knowing more about it, and I'm gonna read more about it. Now we're gonna move on to our third university, and it's called Western University. This university is the number 7 best university in Canada, and it is located in London, Ontario. I've heard so many gist about when people say they're going to London, people automatically think they're going to London, England. No, we have a London in Canada too. It's in London, Ontario. It's less than 2.5 hours away from Toronto. This university was founded in 1878 and has over 328,000 alumni. This university has 26,000 undergraduate students and 6,000 grad students. Out of those students, 4,500 of them are international students from about 120 countries. In Western University, they have more than 1,350 faculty members, and they have about 400 undergraduate program combinations and 88 graduate programs. Moving on to the tuition of these universities, Estimated undergraduate tuition for international students in Western universities is $38,692 to $52,554 per year. Now let's compare that to the local domestic students. That's $7,778 to $14,122 per year. That is at least $31,000 difference. Canada is eating money from us. Canada, you're chopping money from us, okay? And for graduate tuition for international students, it's between $7,800 to $20,000 per term, depending on what program you're taking. And that's all of the information I have for this university. I'm gonna move on to University of Waterloo. This university is also kind of popular. It is the #9 best university in Canada, and it is located in Waterloo, Ontario. This is less than 2 hours away from Toronto. They also have campuses in cities like Cambridge, Stratford, and Kitchener. This university was founded in 1957. That's not too long ago. That's nice. The University of Waterloo has over 42,000 students, and 22% of the undergraduate students are international students, while 40% of the graduate students are international students from over 120 countries. That means that if they have 1,000 graduate students, 400 of them are international students. I can tell that this is a very good university for international students. Probably why I've heard about them a couple of times. They have 6 faculties, and we're going to move on to pricing. So for undergraduate international students, tuition ranges from $45,000 to $66,000 per year. Meanwhile, domestic students is $9,000 to $17,000 per year. This thing cracks me up so much because we are in the same classroom. We are learning the same thing. I'm not learning anything special as an international student, so I don't know why the price difference is that much. They're not even the one applying for my visa for me. They're not paying my housing for me. So why is there a $35,000 price difference between what a domestic student is gonna learn? Canada needs to explain this thing to us. We don't get it. I do not get it. I don't know if you guys get it. And for graduate students, tuition is about $9,000 to $18,000 per term, which if you're doing 4 terms, that's about $36,000 on the lower spectrum. Not entirely bad. I'm gonna move on to the next university on my list, and it's University of Ottawa. In case you don't know, Ottawa is the capital of Canada, not Ontario. Ontario is a province. Ottawa is a city. Ottawa is in Ontario. This gets Nigerians confused so much. So University of Ottawa is the 10th best university in Canada, and it was established in 1848. University of Ottawa is the largest bilingual university in the world, and bilingual we mean French and English. The biggest bilingual university in the world. That is huge. They have 42,000 students, which when broken down is over 35,000 undergraduate students and about 6,000 graduate students. The university has 5,000 employees and 250,000 alumni. There are 10 faculties in this university. I forgot to write down faculties, but if you want to know, you can just check the website. They have approximately 7,000 international students from 150 countries, making up 17% of the student population. So 17% of the student population in University of Ottawa are international students. For my Africans, University of Ottawa has some very prestigious alumni. The 8th Prime Minister of Cameroon graduated from University of Ottawa. The 17th Prime Minister of Somalia graduated from University of Ottawa. And the Vice President of Gambia is an alumni of the University of Ottawa. So who knows, if you attend University of Ottawa, you might be the next person on this list. I'm just saying. And let's move to price. Undergraduate tuition in University of Ottawa ranges from $16,000 to $34,000 per term. Not per year, per term. An average term in a year is fall and winter, but some people take the 3rd term, summer term. So that's a lot of money. And graduate tuition ranges from $8,500 to $22,500 per term. You need to focus on if it's per year, per term, or per unit. That is very important. A lot of people mix these three things together. No. If it's per term, you know you pay it every 4 months. If it's per year, you know you pay it once a year. If it's per unit, it's per how many units that course is. If it's per course, you know you pay it per course. So these are different distinctions, and different universities use different distinctions. So for graduate tuition in University of Ottawa, it's $8,500 to $22,500 per term, and the $22,500 is for the MBA program. For my research, MBA or Master of Finance or some professional dentistry or medicine are always those courses that are most expensive. So that is all I have for University of Ottawa. I'm going to move to the next university, which is Queen's University. Queen's University is located in Kingston, Ontario. It is the number 13th best university in Canada. It was founded in 1841. And this university has over 20,000 undergraduate students and 4,000 graduate students from more than 125 countries. They have almost 10,000 faculty and staff. And then we're going to move to the tuition for Queen's University. Undergraduate tuition in Queen's University is between $26,000 to $59,000 per year. And for programs like medicine, you want to take a guess? $92,000 per year. For graduate students, the tuition for graduate students is about $15,000 per term for most masters, which is about $30,000 per year, which is a lot of money. That's all for Queen's University, and I'm going to move on to my last university, which is York University. York University is the 18th best university in Canada. It was founded in 1959. It has Canada's oldest film school, and it has over 325,000 alumni. In total, York University has 55,700 students and 7,000 faculty and staff. They have campuses in Glendon, Keele, and Markham, and I believe all of those places are in the GTA. I'm not sure, but don't quote me. York University also has entrance scholarship and awards available for international students, from $1,000 to $40,000 across 4 years. That's good. I didn't even know that. So it's very possible that York University can give you a scholarship of $10,000 per year for your 4-year program. So that's going to be a cumulative of $40,000. They have about 180 undergraduate programs, and approximately 18% of their students are international students, which is about 8,000 of them. Very good. Moving on to tuition. Undergraduate tuition for York University is $30,000 to $37,500 per year, and that's for international students, or $1,200 per credit. Graduate tuition ranges from $6,500 to $28,000 per term, and the $28,000, you guessed it right, is my Master of Finance, which is usually one of the most expensive. Anyway, guys, those are the 7 top universities in Ontario that I have listed. These universities are so good. Honestly, if you have the money, I would say go for one of those universities. Good quality universities, very research intensive. Most of them are part of the U15, which are a group of 15 universities in Canada that are extremely research intensive. So if you have the money, if you have $50,000 as an undergraduate per year, and you don't mind spending it on good quality education, go for these programs. And something about Ontario, schooling in Ontario, is that you're not just going to school alone, you're also experiencing the diversity of Canada, because Ontario is, I think that's the first thing I said, popping province, diversity, fun, people, food, education, jobs. It's all that you're gonna see. Everyone seems to love schooling in Ontario, and these universities are good. That's quality education that you cannot put a price on. So I would say go for it. Tell me in the comment section, which of these universities would you like to attend? Which of these 7 universities is your first choice? Tell me your first, second, third choice in these universities. For me, if I had to choose, I think I'll choose University of Toronto first, McMaster University second, and my third one is either going to be University of Ottawa or University of Waterloo? If you have to choose, tell me your top 3 of this list of universities in Ontario, and let's talk in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share with your friend, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.